大家再次回到上海国际赛车场，继续观看亚洲保时捷凯迪拉杯2024年赛季收官之战的第2天赛事直播。也在这边跟我们所有在全国保时捷中心正在观看此次赛事直播的超迷朋友们问个好。Hello everyone and welcome back to Shanghai International Circuit for Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2024 season finale. We are now back in the circuit with the rain still ongoing, and let's hear from our pit reporter Steve Dawson on the updates.
Huge day today, Sammy, and probably the most significant day of Alessandro Guiretti's young career. He leads the Drivers' Championship and he's in pole position. His two nearest contenders, Dylan Pereira and Mathis Jobert, are on row 2. I think even more exciting is what's going on among the amateurs, because Eric Kwong leads the Drivers' Championship. Mongkong Satyantirikul is within arm's reach of him, yet it's Satyantirikul who is in the top position on the grid. Now, Eric Kwong is directly behind him. That's going to be really exciting to see what happens at the first corner and as the race develops. Of course, not quite so much drama among the Pro-Ams. Bao Jinlong's already wrapped up that title, but I think we all enjoyed the very wholesome celebrations of Eric Tang yesterday when he won, and there could be another opportunity to see that. There's only one Pro-Am driver ahead of him on the grid. Unfortunately for Eric, it is the quite formidable Bao Jinlong.
Well, it seems like it's going to be a tight battle between the amateurs, especially with the veteran and the newcomer. So let's see who's going to nail this race today. Thank you so much, Steve, and let's pass it back to our commentators.
Well, I was just getting excited because I thought we were going to have a dry race. Hello, everybody. My name is John Hindhoff, and we've got 2 more races. Yes, 2, not just this one. We've got the longer race to come still later this afternoon. And for a brief moment, about an hour ago, we were getting a drier track. It certainly wasn't bone dry, but with the road cars that were running on it and 1 or 2 other of the bits and pieces that form part of a Porsche Carrera Cup race weekend, and then the rain started again. So the choice is quite simple for the drivers. It's Michelin race, it is Michelin rain tyres. Let's remind ourselves what happened yesterday. Started behind the safety car yesterday, and Dylan Pereira got a really good start and disappeared off into the distance, and really was never challenged at the front of the field. He never put a wheel wrong, to be honest. It all happened behind him, and the battles were pretty clean, actually. Only 1 or 2 drivers making a small mistake, and small mistakes tended to be down at turn number 6, actually, at the hairpin. If it was going to go wrong there, it did. Bit of a slide for the number 91 Triple Ace Racing of Henry Kwong. And then we had the number 7 of Bao Jinlong unusually making a mistake, the dark blue car. We had some cracking scraps in the midfield, but at the front of the race, it was all about Dylan Pereira until the end of the race, when a hard-charging Alessandro Guiretti, who'd looked after his Michelin rain tyres, got side by side with Martin Ragginger and also with Brock Gilchrist, the debutant from New Zealand. He went through, Pereira won it, and then right at the end, Mathis Jobert having a bit of a scrap with these two. He got a left rear puncture, and at the line, Martin Ragginger just squeezed through into second place. Pereira, Guiretti, Ragginger, the top 3. So just coming on to 25 minutes past 10 Beijing time. Hello to all of you around the world, wherever you're watching or listening. I hope you remember to put your clocks back if it is that time of year for you. Let's head to the grid.
Thank you, commentators. Now joining me on the track today, we have again the series manager, Mr. Alex Imperatori. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Sammy.
So, Alex, we have 1 race down and 2 more races to go. How did round 14 go?
Well, it was affected by weather yesterday, but it was really exciting. We saw big fights in all classes once again. Very clean race, so let's see what the drivers have in store for us today. Last day of the championship, and a lot on the line.
And it seems like there are a lot of young drivers. They have been dominating the entire season. And I understand that Porsche Motorsports Asia Pacific has been placing an emphasis in cultivating young talents. So perhaps you can share with us what kind of support do you provide them to make them performing so well?
Yes, it's very important for us to support young talents. We see them as the works driver and the professional drivers of the future. So it's important to prepare the next generation. And with this in mind, we have the talent pool program here in the Carrera Cup Asia, where we provide both financial support to our young drivers, but also guidance and coaching on the racetrack and also out of the racetrack with training camps. We see this paying off. Obviously, this year in the championship, the top three, they're fighting hard. And we have our top young drivers fighting for the championship. Another thing that is very exciting is we will be having our second talent pool assessment test in 2 months' time in Sepang, and where we will have 12 young drivers on board, and these young drivers will hopefully form the basis for next year's PCCA talent pool, and we're excited to see how they perform.
Wow, that's an impressive pass, and certainly an exciting future lies ahead for the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia Talent Pool. So when we look at the 2025 season calendar, I see that we are going to have another incredible year ahead.
Yes, we have a lot of highlights prepared for next year. We will be coming back in support of Formula One, both here at the Chinese Grand Prix as well as Singapore Grand Prix, where will be our season finale, so very exciting. We will also visit 2 new venues with Motegi and Mandalika in Indonesia, so we're really excited and looking forward to those. And we will have the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia Endurance Challenge returning, to round us out and give us an exciting season.
Ooh, I can't wait for that too. Thank you so much, Alex, for joining us. The race is about to begin, so let's pass it back to our commentators.
Always good to hear from Alex Imperatori. You might recognise that name. Yes, it is the same Alex Imperatori who raced around the world, it seems for me, just a few years ago. Probably for him as well. Right, let's look at the weather. Start drizzling again. It's not cold, it's 23 Celsius, but I can hear from our effects mics around the circuit that rain is falling again. The wind's picked up a little bit as well. We had a few breaks in the cloud, although it's looking a little more overcast now. The track temperature in the mid-20s, 24 Celsius. Our colleagues at Michelin will have advised, I think, pretty much all the drivers to put on wet weather Michelin racing tyres. I don't think there's much choice there. As far as the setup is concerned. Right, let's go down to the front of the grid and Steve is with our pole sitter.
The man many would consider the star of the show this season, Alessandro Guiretti, is in pole position. Alessandro, you could be about to wrap up the Drivers' Championship in the next hour. What's going through your mind?
I will say nothing. I'm really lucky to start in pole position. We did a great job in Q2, so now I have no one ahead. So my target is just to enjoy the racetrack and to look ahead. Because, in such a hard condition like this, it's always better to do not have any car in front for the visibility. So, just going to enjoy this and try my best.
I hope you do enjoy it, but you must be encouraged by the race pace you had yesterday and the form you showed on Saturday.
Yes, yesterday we had such a great race pace. My engineer and all the team, Jepsen, we did a great job. We did a great recover and we finished P2. We secured some strong points. Yeah, and today it's also just about scoring points and it's the last event here in Shanghai, so I'm super happy and just want to enjoy every moment.
Drive safely.
Thank you.
Young Frenchman on pole position. Racing in the family there with his dad in Formula Renault and I think Formula 3000 as well back in the 1980s. Alessandro himself came through ADSE Formula 4 before moving into the ranks of Porsche drivers. Well, that rain's getting heavier, isn't it? We wish him well at the front of the grid, as with all of the drivers. We'll give you the grid in just a few moments' time, but as you've seen, Alessandro is on pole position. We'll pick up our pole position driver now for the Pro-Am category.
Tremendously exciting amongst the amateur drivers. Eric Kwong is with us. Eric, you've got Satyan Tirakel ahead of you. Must you get ahead of him? There's 2 races left.
Yeah, it's the rain. Try to be patient. Whenever there's a chance, yeah, go for it.
Are you concerned about the rain, or did you enjoy it yesterday?
Try to be safe, stay in the track, no mistake. The same strategy.
We want you to be safe. Drive well.
Yes, thank you.
In fact, Eric, sitting in behind our pole sitter, Munkong Sathan Thirakul, the Thai driver, his championship rival in 12th position on the grid. Eric on the outside of row 7 in 14th. A couple of penalties as well. The 777, if the car has been fixed, will be starting from the pit lane. The number 888 will start from the back of the grid. Let's go to our AM driver.
A podium performance from Francis Chia yesterday, looking for at least the same today. Francis, what are your thoughts coming into the final day of this 2024 season?
Well, its conditions are very similar to yesterday, and had a very good day yesterday. I was pretty happy with my own driving performance. The result came out of that. Hoping for the same, but yeah, we're going to have to try.
Hoping for the same or better, similar conditions, right?
Well, it's, anything can happen. Yesterday, in fact, was a very clean race, and I actually expected it to be more messy. We'll see. Listen, I'd love to have a win this year, which I haven't had now for a few years. So it's definitely something I'll be trying for. But yeah, we got to be conservative as well, because it's very easy to make a mistake.
Well, we love talking to you. Hopefully we'll speak to you right after the race.
Let's make that a promise.
Francis Chia alongside Eric Kwong on the 7th row of the grid. Now waiting and it looks like we're going to get a safety car start because we have the safety car boards out. We did this yesterday. I thought it was pretty sensible, to be honest, so it'll be a single file start. Just bring you up to date, as the rain's getting heavier, isn't it? I can hear it. The 888 Phantom car this weekend. Young Yatzi is away on duty at the FIA Games, so it's Yang Sheng who is behind the wheel. That'll start from the back of the grid. Giretti then 256. Dylan Pereira has gone up into second place. Now, I wasn't sure yesterday with the fastest laps and poles whether that would be the case, but there's 2 points between Dylan and Mathis Bajinlong, our champion-elect in Pro-Am, with a huge score this year for Phantom Global Racing. And in the AM category, it's all getting a little bit tighter as well. 318 for Eric Kwong and the Bergwerk Motorsport car. Munkong Sathan Thirakul on 287 for EBM. Everybody else really just bit part players as far as the championship is concerned, but still with race wins to think about, of course. And when the weather is difficult like today, there can be big swings in terms of the points. So Mathis Chabert yesterday at the front of the grid and at the front of the championship came into this weekend in second place. However, it didn't work out for him and he finished down the order. So it will be Giretti, our championship leader, on the pole position. Brock Gilchrist, who gave a very good account of himself yesterday. The young New Zealand driver from Auckland. He'll be on the outside of the front row in the Team Porsche New Zealand 84 car, mostly black and white car. Dylan Pereira in the pink car on row 2. It's the number 5 with Mathis Joubert alongside him. Those two, just 2 points between them in second place. Nazim Azman in the 3rd row, 5th position with Rodrigo Diaz Almeida. In 6th position, 7th for Dylan Yip, 8th for Martin Ragginger. He'll not be happy having to come from the 4th row, but don't think he can't do that. Lots of experience for Martin, and he showed that at the end of the race yesterday. Henry Kwong, the best of the Pro-Ams with Bao Jinlong, champion-elect, alongside him. Those two have been battling all year. In fact, Henry Kwong, one of the Am drivers, excuse me, with Bao Jinlong, the Pro-Am pole sitter. Then Eric Tsang, Munkong, Sathin Therakul, Francis Chia, and Eric Kwong on the 7th row. On the 8th row, the number 98 is Yang Wu, and he is alongside the 3-2-1 of Li Shuangyi. 117. Next up is Chao Xingquen and Jackie Wu alongside there. In 9th row, Lu Wei, Henrik Jaya Sawatid. He had an interesting race yesterday, started on pole in class. Hubo and Christian Chia on the 11th, Adrian De Silva and the championship Luke Ka on row 12. 13th, Li Chao, Han Song Ding, John Shen with a grid penalty actually, and Yang Trang is on the back of the grid in the Triple Eight, had it coming together with the 777. Now we should start the countdown clock right now. Yes, we have, behind the safety car. So the 30 minutes has started in fact as the cars rolled off the line. It is 12 laps or 30 minutes, whichever comes first. I think this is a really smart move again today by the race organisers. What we did yesterday is have one lap behind the safety car before we went to green. So this is second race lap. Place to be is in the Porsche 911 safety car. All of the electronic aids. Mr. 992 leads them around. Dylan Pereira had a brilliant race today in the pink BWT number 5. Started from the front and really just dictated the pace of the race. And he will need to do that today. Took some points out of Alessandro Giuretti. At one stage it looked like the championship lead would be cut even further. But a good last quarter of the race really by the young Frenchman in that number 55 Team Jepson blue and white car. And that really made the difference in terms of the championship. So the teams have done everything they can, and they've set the cars up. They've put a new set of Michelin wet tyres on. No restrictions to how many wet tyres, of course, can be used. This whole circuit resurfaced, which, when we had the 8-hour race featuring these cars recently, netted time something between a second and a half and 3 seconds quicker than the lap record pace. Philip Hamprecht, by the way, Porsche Corrupt lap Porsche Carrera Cup lap record back in 2019. That was still the 991.2 version of this car, so nowhere near the amounts of downforce, etc. Still under the safety car, still sitting at the front of the field. So Chiretti and Brock Gilchrist sitting in second place in the number 84 car. Pro cars have the white numbers. You'll notice that there are different number colours on the front and rear screens of the car. That denotes the different categories. The categories are set by the driver's experience and age rather than any differences in the car. The cars are all identical, just over 500 horsepower, flat six, normally aspirated 4-litre Porsche engine. It's an absolute classic. The car's all 992 911s with the turbo rear arches and the extra cooling going in there. And as I say, they are naturally aspirated engines. Two-wheel drive, driving the rear wheels, of course, and no ABS on these cars. Only the Carrera Cup North America that ticked the box for that. Congratulations to Luke Hartog, who was their champion, crowned last weekend at their finale at Circuit of the Americas with the Grand Prix. Spray is certainly going to be an issue today, and very smart, I think, to have the safety car lead them round for a couple of laps. Now the 777 has been given a drive-through penalty for Lou Gervais. This was one of the cars involved in the accident yesterday, 777 and the 888. Can't serve a drive-through under the safety car, of course. Now, safety car pulling away. Alessandro Chiretti controls the pace of the field. One or two drivers pulling out of line. You don't have to sit right behind the car in front, of course. It's one or two just having a look to see maybe where the damp spots are as they come down to the end of that 3/4 of a mile back straight, 1,250 metres. Sounds to me as though Chiretti has hit the throttle and accelerates into turn 14 and 15, then the short straight to 16, and we are under race conditions. It'll be the green flag at the line, so no overtaking until the start-finish line underneath the press room. Used to be a little bump there as well, but that's been smoothed out with the repaving of the track. Across the start-finish line, and we are racing in the penultimate race of the 2024 Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. Chiretti then has the advantage that Dylan Pereira enjoyed yesterday. So he goes out to turn 4 into 5 through that kink and down towards the problem area yesterday, slightly downhill, and here comes Pereira having a look early on Brock Gilchrist, and Brock leaves the inside open. He'll get a little bit more grip, I think, round the outside, but he can't hold on to it, and the pink car goes through into second. Pereira then second now in the championship by a margin of just 2 points as we came into this race, and has about 3/4 of a second to make up to catch the leader. Meanwhile, further down the field, Francis Chia and that looks like Lu Lika in the GT silver car, the number 3, have both gone around, but no damage on those cars. Lights, also a problem for Li Chao in the number 9 car. Li Chao, we're down in the 20s. And already out of the car, Pro-Am driver. Well, it looks like the green numbered number 3 of Liu Qilin. Now, they were together on the grid, so something's gone on in the mid-20s there. Han Song-ting has gone past them in the 669 car, and John Shen making up positions as well in the number 16. Chiavetti leading. Brock Gilchrist in his first Carrera Cup Asia weekend with the number 99 of Mathis Joubert for Toro Racing right in behind him. Rodrigo Diaz-Almeida going through in 5th, Dylan Yip in 6th. Henry Kwong, I think, has lost some positions as well. In the number 91, it's Bajin Long who's leading Pro-Am. Henry still leading the AM category, ahead of Eric Tsang in 11th in Pro-Am, and Satien Thurakul Wangkong in 12th position. And Dylan Pereira already catching the leader, and then there's a little gap back to a multiple car train in the battle for 3rd, headed by Brock Gilchrist, not registered for championship points, but clearly enjoying his run out at the moment. Reminder that the overall championship leader at the end of the season, the champion, will be, as well as taking the honour of being 2024 Porsche Carrera Cup Asia champion, will be taking a prize drive, and the safety car is out. Safety car back out on the track. The champion, as I say, as well as taking the honour of being championship winner, will be taking a prize drive in next year's Australian Carrera Cup Australia, at the Formula 1 Grand Prix in Australia, Albert Park. And in our final race later on today, each of the class winners in the 3 different categories will also have an Australian prize. They'll be taking a VIP trip to the Maguire's Bathurst 12 Hours in the first weekend, on the first weekend of February in 2025, at the iconic and historic Bathurst Mount Panorama Circuit, which I'm very much looking forward to. Always a strong entry for Australia's international endurance race. So, got to keep an eye on the time here with just 16 minutes to go. That is going to be the key. I don't think we're going to get to do the 13 laps now that the safety car has given us 2 laps at the start and is back out again. This will be to clear the cars that were involved in that early incident. Liu Yika and Li Chao involved. We did start 29 cars, which is a record equaling number for this championship. And the red and white number 9 of Li Chao, the team Better Life Pro-Am car, just not able to get away from the circuit. Also had a problem for the 117 of Zhao Chiquen. Phantom Global Racing car just running on at the penultimate corner. So this makes life a little bit easier for Dylan Pereira, because the field has packed up behind the Porsche 911 safety car. And Carrera in the number 5 car. It's good and bad news, isn't it? Because he's closed up, but we are losing the opportunity for racing laps. Alessandro Giretti will not be worried at all here. So the incident that cost us Li Ka and Li Chao in the numbers 3 and 9 respectively is under investigation. It was at the second corner as we went green. So effectively the start of the 3rd lap. And let's see if we can work out what happened. As the green flag flew, all was fine at the front of the field. Safety car in the pit lane, looking for the silver and the red and white car coming through. Contact left front of Li Chao's car, and Li Ka in the number 3 pulling on, at least trying to pull off, but not quite making it. And unrelated, the Phantom Global car of Jiquen going off as well. Safety car in this lap. So Alessandro Giretti, who went going into turn 14 and 15 last time around, this time halfway through it, decides that is the time to push the go button. Dylan Pereira goes with him. But Gilchrist has got the number 99 of Mathis Joubert behind him. 3 championship contenders there, 1st, 2nd and 4th, or 1st, 2nd and 3rd in the championship. Gilchrist, the interloper there at his first weekend in this championship, highly thought of in the Antipodes, the young man from Auckland, and did a good job yesterday. Didn't get involved in the championship hunt, but enjoyed himself. A bit of side-by-side racing with some of the series regulars, including the highly experienced Martin Raginger, who pipped him to the line for 3rd position. I think that was all right. Good debut. Of course, he would have wanted to stand on the podium, but what he doesn't want to do is interfere in the championship. So Giretti made a good restart, 0.6 of a second back to the pink, white and blue BWT car of Dylan Pereira. So Jebsen ahead of Team Shanghai Hyundai. Gilchrist for Porsche Team New Zealand. Martin Raginger trying to fight his way through the field as well in the Porsche Holdings number 86 black and gold car. Raginger scored 7th in behind, it's the bright yellow car of Dylan Yip, isn't it? Nazim Asman just in behind Raginger. Then Bao Junlong and Henry Kwong in 9th and 10th. At the front of the field, Dylan Pereira has a little look to the right-hand side, down in the heavy braking area at the end of the long back straight, but decides against it and pulls back in behind the blue and white Jebsen car into the left-hander at turn 16 that leads on to the start-finish straight. Dare I say that the conditions are getting a little bit better. 2:14.1 for Giretti. It was about where we got to yesterday as the rain eased a little bit. The leading pair have pulled out better part of a second to Brock Gilchrist in third, who's fighting off Gilbert. He'll be kicking himself for yesterday. Didn't look happy. Got the car across the line with a left rear puncture. Looked like side-by-side contact to me. We didn't really get to the bottom of that, but the three of them were battling for third position. The three of them being Martin Ragginger, Brock Gilchrist and Mathis Gilbert. Don't think he was going to get on terms. In fact, he wasn't going to get on terms because it happened on the last lap. He wasn't going to get on terms with Giretti in second place, or Dylan Pereira, who was leading yesterday's race. But he dropped down towards the bottom end of the top 10. I think it was 9th overall from memory. That was 7th in class, and that's what seeded that result. Seeded that second position in the championship to Pereira. Can be good exactly when he needs it. 888 going around. That's the replacement driver this weekend. That's Yang Shuang. And the usual driver, Young Yatsi, away in Europe for the FIA Games, which has just started. So the Phantom Global Racing 888 car, which was damaged in that incident on Saturday with Lou Gervais. Lou Gervais, he's still he's running, should I say, and has done his drive-through, it would appear. Leaders on the start-finish line. Went through just 0.6 of a second behind, and then there's another little battle for the third spot on the podium. As the headlights are piercing the gloom. Carrera in second, then it's Brock Gilchrist after a little gap. And Mathis Gilbert, Diaz Almeida, Dylan Yip, Martin Ragginger, Bajin Long up to 8th position ahead of Nazim Azman. And the number 98 coming through as well. There is Yang Ryu. Meantime, at the front of the field, it is still Giretti. Bit of a battle going on as well for 12th and 13th. Eric Kwong in the brightly cartoon-coloured number 23. And Eric Tsang behind him in the Toro Racing dark red and gold car. Oh, and a mistake in front of them. That's Munkong Sathin Thirakul, who's gone off, I think, in the number 76, the blue car. Yes, it is. And he's lost a couple of positions there. Looks like Hubo is coming through as well in the number 22, another one of the Toro cars. I think I saw that through the spray. How difficult must it be to even work out where the track is if you're following another car? Giretti with the fastest lap, 2:14.0. Which is about where we got to in the qualifying. We got down to a 12.9 yesterday for Giretti. Leading pair still absolutely together as they have gone across the line just on 0.8. And another mistake from the 23, Eric Kwong. He loses position to Eric Tsang because that's not a class position. Well, incredibly, I think, well, let's see as they come through the line. It is Satin Thirakil still leading? No, of course he's not, because he went wide. So Eric Kwong back in the lead of the AM class in 12th position from Munkong Sathin Thirakul. Then it will be Hubo in third and Jackie Wu up into 4th position. That's a great drive by Jackie in the 969. front of the car, losing positions at the sharp right-hander at the end of the lap. Hendrik Jaya Sowati on pole position in class yesterday. Had a couple of minor mistakes that cost him positions in yesterday's race, and he's had a half rotation there. But the battle for the lead now, as we've only got 4 minutes to go. So I don't think we're going to get the full 13 laps in. I'll keep an eye on that for you. Blue and white Team Jebsen car, the number 55 of Alessandro Giretti. Jebsen, former champion team, of course, in the championship. Daniel Liu used to drive for them and had a great season with them a few years ago. So Giretti in the number 55, brakes for the right-hander at turns 14 and 15. Looks like that car is handling very nicely indeed. I'd say the same as well for the 5 in second place, so it's 5 and 55 second and first. The Shanghai Team Hyundai machine, a dry airline. I'm not going to say it's dry, it's not. The windscreen wipers, even on the wiper, still on the leading car in operation. So, as I said yesterday, it must be bad because racing drivers do not like to run the wipers. The teams put a preparation on the screen to bead up the water, and at the pace that these guys are going, even the reduced pace that they have in the wet, it beads off and runs off the screen with the air pressure over the window. But the Michelin tyres are doing their job. The rain tyres shifting an inordinate amount of water, and we do have a dry airline now down at the final corner. Munkong Sathin Thirakul just going a little bit wide there. In the number 76 car, Eric Sang and Eric Kwong have both gone through. Ba Jinlong in 8th position, our champion-elect, leads Pro-Am from Yang Rui in 2nd place in that championship, and Eric Sang in 3rd. It is the 23 of Eric Kwong who leads Am from, I think, Hu Bo's in 2nd place now in the Am category, and Munkong Sathin Thirakul in 3rd in what is now 14th position. Meantime, this battle for the lead with, I think we might see the last lap board next time around. Let's just keep an eye on that as they come across the line. Is the last lap board out? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is. So we will not get the full 13 laps, but we will get the 30 minutes. Dylan Yip going ahead of Martin Raginger on that lap as well. Well, treacherous conditions out there that have been very, very well handled by all of the drivers. Did require the intervention of the safety car just once for that incident earlier on between Li Ka and number 9 of Li Chao. So it's now or never, and this is 1st and 2nd in the championship, 1st and 2nd in the race. Team Jebsen, Giretti doesn't need to win here, but he needs to get the points, needs to get some points. Cannot afford to defend so hard that he ends up off the track. Dylan Pereira in 2nd place needs the points differential. All side-by-side contact. Martin Raginger and Rodrigo Diaz-Almeida. I'm not sure which one of those came off better there. Half a lap to go. Carrera still second. Closed in on the championship leader yesterday and went into second place in the championship just by 2 points over Mathis Joubert, who is sitting down in 4th position now. Is it going to be another drag race to the line as we saw for the 3rd place on the podium yesterday? Oh, a little bit of a mistake maybe going at the last corner as the number 55 car was snaking around, but I think Chiaretti's done enough. Here comes Pereira, he'll pull to the outside and he wins it, and that is enough for the championship for Alessandro Chiaretti. As he goes through. Wow, that's a quality piece of driving from Alessandro Chiaretti. Pereira in second, but Gilchrist in 3rd. Joubert in 4th. Will lose places in the championship, lose points in the championship on his battle for second with Pereira. So Pereira confirming himself in second position. Alessandro Chiaretti with the result he wanted. Dylan Yip coming home in 6th, Martin Ragging in 7th. Top 10 made up by Rodrigo Diaz-Almeida in 7th, so it was Martin Ragging who prevailed there. Bajin Long in 8th takes the Pro-Am win. Nazin Asman in 9th. 10th. Sorry, 12th was Hubo, who won the... Oh, now that's a new winner then. Hubo winning the AM class ahead of Jackie Wu in 2nd and Muntong Satin Thirakul in 3rd. What happened there then? Oh, there was a big incident. Kwong in the number 91 car with contact, and where does he finish then? In that number 91, that's gonna, he's all the way down in 26th position, which I think is 16th in class. That is a massive swing in the points towards the Thai driver in the AM category. Well, drama then at the end of the race, as we had yesterday in the overall. And that is going to make things very, very interesting in the championship standings. Someone is going to have the calculator out. I try to refrain from doing arithmetic whilst in the commentary booth. I never want to get anybody's hopes up. The unmistakable sound of a flat 6 being reffed within an inch of its life as Alessandro Chiaretti comes into Parc Fermé for Team Jebsen to the congratulations of his team. Now they have done the sums, and it would seem to them at least that that is enough for the championship for Team Jebsen driver Alessandro Chiaretti, and it means so much to them all. The Frenchman on the roof of his car. Steve's down there, and once that celebration calms down a little bit, he'll be in there with the microphone. Unofficially then, here's the results subject to post-race tech. Team Jepson's Alessandro Giretti wins by 0.3 of a second from Team Shanghai on the BWT, and Dylan Pereira with Brock Gilchrist from Team Porsche New Zealand on the podium in his first Porsche Carrera Cup Asia weekend. Matthew Chaubert in 4th place from Dylan Yip, Martin Raginger and Rodrigo Diaz-Almeida, all of those in the Pro class. Bao Xinglong in 8th for Phantom Global Racing wins the Pro-Am, and Hu Bo for Z-Speed Motorsport in 12th takes the first victory in the AM category ahead of Jackie Wu, and Munkong Sathyan Thirakul for EBM, and that will have championship implications, with Henry Kwong finishing way down in 26th position, ahead of only the drivers that had issues. Li Huanyu, Liu Li Ka and Li Chao came together on the green flag as we went green at the start of the race for Z-Speed and Team Better Life. And both of those cars, all three of those cars, not making the 30 minutes. Right, let's head down to Steve, who is in the melee in Parc Ferme.
In his debut season, Alessandro Giretti wins the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2024. Just tell us what it means to you.
Right now, so much emotion. Like, I'm just super proud, super happy. Really, extremely big thanks to all my team, Team Jepsen, all the families here, everyone supporting me. So, yeah, also a big thanks and hello to all the customers from Jepsen who are watching us and supporting us. And also a massive thing about my engineer, Benjamin Flock, which is always with me. We won the Carrera Cup France, now we won the Carrera Cup Asia. So 2024 is just for us a big year. And yeah, I'm super proud to finish like this on the high with a race win. Yeah, we said, what can we have better? So maybe a bit better weather, but
Maybe some more sunshine.
yeah, it's funny to drive under the rain. So yeah, big thanks to Team Jetsen for their trust, confidence, and I'm super happy to bring for them the title. It's the 20th year of the team, so it's an important year for us. So we are extremely happy. Thanks to them, they are all here. And
Tell us about the team, tell us about the family. They're with you every race, travel around Asia with you, always so supportive, the first to greet you whenever you get to Parc Ferme in first place. Tell us about them.
yeah, so my personal family, no, they are not coming, but here there is the Jepsen family here to support me on the final round here in Shanghai. So I'm super proud to win for them today. And yeah, it's all of us. We are super happy and super grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you, them.
There's one race to go. How are you going to take it?
It will be a fun race. I will start from P4 because I missed the Q1, but I know we have the speed. We show it yesterday and today as well. So I will drive without pressure, try my best, and we'll see.
Congratulations.
Thank
it's been
you.
a pleasure following you. Well
Thank
done.
you very much.
Well, pressure off for the longer final race, which is later on today at the end of today's activities. And Alessandro Giretti will go into that knowing that whatever happens, he is the champion. Unless he gets a points deduction, which is highly unlikely. All right, let's pick up some of the other winners. Bao Xinglong was the best of the Pro-Ams.
In the now driving rain, a very cool and calm Bao Xinglong. Tell us about your race today.
It's a beautiful weather. I like it. I liked so romantic.
Romantic?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how do you feel? I mean, you can calm down, you know, you've won the title. You just enjoy today?
Yes, but we in the qualify we're struggling with the tire. And also in the first race, we have the problem with the tire. But this time, we get a new tire. And then I drive my speed.
What's it like to drive in your home country as the champion?
Oh yes, for personally, I want to fight with a pro at the beginning, but after qualifying, I'm so unhappy, but now I contribute myself the confidence, and we still have another endurance race, 45 minutes, so I should catch up the front guys.
Okay.
Yes, we see.
We look forward to it. Been a pleasure. Well done.
Thank you.
Two winners in race 2 are both champions in their respective classes, and Alessandro Giretti having been confirmed there. And of course, last time out in Marina Bay, supporting the Grand Prix, Jinlong was provisionally crowned champion. And a third of our winners will also be a happy driver. Debut, or maiden victory, should I say, for Hubo, who took the AM win this weekend. And what a weekend it has been for that driver. And Steve just sorting out an interview down there as the teams scramble to get the cars back into the garages for our final event. Second race of 3 here at Shanghai proved to be a dominant performance for Alessandro Giretti, starting from pole position behind the safety car. He did today what Dylan Pereira did yesterday. The drop of the green flag, problems that brought out the safety car and shuffled the pack just a little bit, with Kika and Li Chao getting involved. And then when we went back to green flag racing, it was all about the Team Jebsen driver. 888 Yan Cheng went around at the penultimate corner, but at the front of the field after Dylan Pereira had fought his way through into second. The first and second in the championship went to war in these treacherous conditions. Henry Kwong, the AM class, doing a cracking job, but going wide, and ultimately he'd finished well down the points. Eric Kwong, my apologies, and that has championship implications as well, particularly as Mungkong Sathien Thirakul finished on the podium. The battle at the front of the field was between the red, or the pink and blue BWT car. Martin Raginger going through on DS Almeida and splashing through the puddles off the track late on. Then the incident that saw Henry Kwong and Eric Kwong getting together. That's going to be difficult at the dinner table tonight. And at the front of the field, Alessandro Giretti came through well under half a second, wins the race, takes the championship for 2024 for Team Jebsen. Dylan Pereira second, Martin Raginger in third position. 2024 Porsche Carrera Cup Asia champion Alessandro Giretti. So let's head back down to Steve, who has another driver.
Yeah, with us now is the winner of the amateur race. Amateur race, right? Hupo is with us. Sammy's here to help translate. That was a tough one. You had to come from some way back to get to the top step of the podium. How was the race for you?
就是可以跟我们简单说一下今天的比赛，就是你是从比较后面的位置，然后呢，就是得到现在的这个成绩，可以跟我们分享一下。
今天我的发车是比较好的，几乎在1号弯的时候已经超过了我的同组的人，然后我就掌握着自己的节奏，在接下来的比赛中跑出自己的每一个弯角之前所记住的，然后能够很好的把握住自己，减少失误。最后可能我的运气好了一些，你也看到我的竞争对手有一些失误，可是我没有。 可能我就站到了这个位置，也是运气成分比较多。
I have a great start where after the turn 1, I am already faster than most of my peers. I think I'm really lucky because I didn't make a lot of mistakes, almost no mistakes. And I am lucky because you can see a lot of them make some mistakes. So that's why I'm here today.
Podium yesterday, podium this morning, podium from you in the afternoon?
就是你已经来到这个位置2次了，那你觉得待会的下午还会在这边吗？
我希望还会在这里，我会全力以赴。
Of course, I'll give my best and hope I'll be back here.
All right, good luck, well done.
Thank you.
Slightly longer race to come. Hubo, I think that's his first victory in the AM class, as he looked very happy there, didn't he? So with Eric Kwong finishing well down the championship standings there, Hong Kong Sathyan Thirikul has kept that AM championship very much alive. In Pro-Am we know that Bao Jinlong was confirmed at the last event, and we've provisionally crowned Alessandro Giretti today ahead of Dylan Pereira in second and Mathieu Burns third. There's still a chance for Mathieu, of course, to nick that second place back. Martin Ragginger, who had an outside chance coming in this weekend, looks like he'll be in 4th position ahead of Rodrigo Diaz Almeida, who he was scrapping with door to door at the end of that first race today here, Shanghai on Saturday. Eric Kwong in the number 23 car. Let's hope that didn't have too much damage, the Bergwerk car, after hitting the back of Henry Kwong for Triple Ace Racing, and the number 91, the bright yellow car. Wondered what had happened with those two. Dropped down the standings, the AM standings, right at the end of that race for the two Hong Kong drivers. So Sammy making her way up to, or out to the podium, which is in the paddock for the formalities. With a reminder to you watching and listening that we will be back later on today. Check CarreraCupAsia.com or Carrera Cup Asia on Facebook for all of the times wherever you are, particularly given that for the most of the world that do have their clocks changed today, we've gone back an hour for most of the rest of the world, not applicable here in China obviously. No daylight savings time, but it's come to an end for most places, although not in the States. That's next weekend for those of you in the US. So just check on the website or on Facebook for the time of the next race wherever you are. And let's hope that this weather eases off. I really would like to see what lap times our drivers can put in on this new surface and see if we can challenge that lap record of Philip Hamprecht way back in 2019, the 207.7. Just getting all of our drivers together for the podium formalities. So it will be Alessandro Giretti who heads to Albert Park for Porsche Carrera Cup Australia at the Australian Grand Prix in 2025 as part of his prize. What a way to announce his first season and round off his first season in this championship. Just noticing that the Triple Ace Racing number 91 car has been loaded on the back of a flatbed and pit out, so there must have been slightly more damage to that car than we thought. Right, we've got the drivers together. Here's Sammy with the celebrations. Well, Bibendum's there. The champagne is there. And we have got the drivers and the VIPs. It is time for the formalities for round 15 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia here at Shanghai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium presentation for round 15 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2024 in Shanghai. Let's invite the winners of round 15 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2024 for the M class. 各位，我们首先要颁发的是绅士组的奖项。On third place, we have driver number 76, Monkong Satyan Tiraku from EBM Giga Racing. On second place, we have driver number 969, Jackie Wu from Porsche on Retail 619. And on first place, we have driver number 22, Hu Bo from Z-Speed Motorsport. And the Endurance Challenge Best Newcomer Trophy winner goes to driver number 669, Han Songting from Porsche on Retail 619. And now I would like to invite Mr. Alexandre Gibault, the Managing Director of Porsche Motorsports Asia Pacific, to now present the winner trophy. 我们有请保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理纪伯安先生颁发冠军奖杯。And now I would like to invite P2 Cam to present the second place trophy. 我们有请何建东先生，中国汽车摩托车运动联合会专职副主席，颁发亚军奖杯。And next, I would like to invite Mr. Alexandre Imperatori, the manager of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, to present the third place trophy. And also the Endurance Challenge Best Newcomer Trophy. And let's invite all of the award presenters to please join our winners for a group photo. Okay, gentlemen, please be careful. The podium is a little bit slippery. Alrighty, everybody, look at the camera. Big smiles. Thank you very much to our award presenters. 谢谢我们所有的颁奖嘉宾. And it's almost time for our celebration. Take your time, gentlemen.
Champagne for three very happy drivers on the podium. In third place, Muthang Satin Therakil pulling back some championship points in the AM category, and two best finishes for the other two drivers, I reckon. With I don't think Jackie Wu's been on the podium this season so far.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the winners of round 15 for Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2024 in Shanghai for the Pro M class. 接下来我们颁发精英组的奖项. On third place, we have driver number 77, Eric Zhang from Toro Racing. And on second place, we have driver number 98, Yang Ruoyu from RMB Racing. And the champion goes to driver number 7, Bao Jinlong from Phantom Global Racing. And now may I invite Mr. Alexandre Gibault, the Managing Director of Porsche Motorsports Asia Pacific, to now present the winner trophy. 有请保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理纪伯安先生颁发冠军奖杯。And next, I would like to invite Kemp 何建东先生，中国汽车摩托车运动联合会专职副主席 ，to present the second place trophy。有请颁发亚军奖杯。And next, I would like to invite Mr. Alexandre Imperatori, the manager of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, to present the third place trophy. And now let's invite all of the award presenters to join our winners for the Pro M class for a group photo. 来，我们大家可以往上站一下，谢谢。All right, gentlemen, let's look at the camera. Big smiles. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much to all of our award presenters. Now it's almost time for champagne. Let's go.
Bao Xinlong on the top step, celebrating a victory in the penultimate round of the season. And of course, he's got the championship to think about as well, having pulled out an unassailable lead last time out on the Marina Bay Circuit, along with Formula One at Singapore. Still one more podium to go, one more race to go as well. Don't forget, it's our endurance challenge. Cars going the wrong way around the circuit here at Shanghai. No, they're not. That's across the start-finish line. Now to our overall and pro class winners.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's invite the winners of round 15 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2024 in Shanghai for the overall class. 接下来我们颁发专业组的奖项。On the third place, we have driver number 84, Brock Jill Christ from Team Porsche, New Zealand. And on second place, we have driver number 5, Dylan Pereira from Team Shanghai Honda BWT. And the winner, also the season champion, goes to driver number 55, Alessandro Giretti from Team Jepson. And the dealer trophy winner goes to Team Jepson. And now I would like to invite Mr. Alexandre Gibault, the Managing Director of Porsche Motorsports Asia Pacific, to present the winner trophy and also the dealer trophy. 我们有请保时捷亚太赛事运动董事总经理季伯安先生颁发冠军奖杯。And next on, I'm glad to invite Camp 何建东先生，中国汽车摩托车运动联合会专职副主席 to present the second place trophy， 颁发亚军奖杯。And next one, I would like to invite Mr. Alexander Imperatori, the manager of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, to present the third place trophy. And now I would like to invite all of the award presenters to kindly please join our winners from the overall class for a group photo. All right, everybody, please look at the camera. Big smiles. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Once again, thank you so much to our award presenters. It is time for champagne.
Congratulations to Alessandro Giretti and Team Jepson for the win, and to Alessandro for the championship as well. He's got some laps of honour to do as we're back later on today with a 43-minute endurance run. Make sure that you join us then for the final round of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2024. Still championship battles to be resolved in the other categories. And behind our champions, I'm John Hindorf. Thanks for being with us. See you later on today from a wet Shanghai.